Hi, this is a parent video for phonemic awareness to let parents know what it is and some ways that they can help their children. So, my name is Robin Jakes, and I am a reading coach here at Bunnell Elementary. And I specialize in kindergarten through second grade. So, what I'd like to do is, first of all, tell you a little bit about what phonemic awareness is. Sometimes you may hear it called PA, which is just short for it. And what it is it's a way to take in auditorily, so listening, sounds and being able to manipulate them and find sounds that are similar and be able to take some away and put some together. So I'm gonna just show you a few examples and tell you a few facts about it. So the first thing that I wanted to tell you is a sound that you hear, like for example, an F makes the sound of. So when we talk about phonemic awareness, we talk about all those letters and where they actually are in our mouth. Okay. So if I was teaching a student, I would want them to be able to see my face. And when I'm trying to explain to them the sound, I'd make sure they could see me and I'd go, and I would say, "Do you see how my teeth blow over my lip?" And where your actual mouth is during each sound is really important for the students. So when we talk about this, there are a lot of things that we really don't think about and we just automatically take in. So, for example, some sounds, which the technical name for that is called a phoneme. So, some sounds are continuous, like oh. So, when I'm teaching that, I'm showing them that my tongue is against the back of my teeth and it's continuously saying that sound. Then there are some sounds that are what we call stop sounds. So, like d, okay, so you make the sound and it stops. So some sounds are continuous, some sounds stop. There are some sounds that you use your voice or your vocal cords. Those are called voiced sounds. And then there are some sounds that are unvoiced. So we make sure that all the kids know the different ways to make these sounds. So we know that the alphabet has 26 letters, but there are many more sounds than there are letter because sounds can be made by different letter combinations. So there are 44 actual phoneme sounds. So we want to be able to kind of what I say in kindergarten and first play around with those sounds. So there's some activities that we can do. So the first one that I love is I Spy. So in I Spy, you can either have a book, or maybe you're on a trip and you're in the car, or you could say, I'm thinking about. So you would say, I spy with my little eye, something that begins with shh. And they have to look at all the clues, or if you're traveling in the car, they have to look around in the car and try to come up with things that begin with that sound. So they could say shoe, and you'd say yes or no. So that's one easy game that you can play anywhere, and it builds that up. Now, to get a little bit more difficult, so like maybe first grade, you may say, I spy with my eye something that ends with the sound ooh. So let's go back to our original book here. So shoe would end with ooh. So that would be an example of how you can kind of play with and manipulate sounds, and they have to actually sound it out and know what comes in the beginning and what comes in the end. One common thing is rhyming. So rhyming, you could get a poetry book that rhymes, or you could say, maybe you're in the car and you're saying, okay, I would like a word that rhymes with bat. And they have to come up with the words like cat, hat, sat. So again, well, you just have that time in the car, or that time that there isn't anything going on. You can fill in these little important literacy things that are basically the foundation of their reading. So Now, many people think that you just naturally have that by the time you leave kindergarten, and that is not true. So, you can be an older student, and sometimes that phonemic awareness hasn't been um, taken care of. So, if you're noticing like your older student is having difficulty like with spelling and sounding out words, you could go back to this foundational level of PA. Okay. Other things that are really fun, when I was a kid, we did nursery rhymes, and nursery rhymes is just a natural way that you get that fluency and you get that repetition. But I know right now Coco Melon is a very popular video. So believe it or not, that actually is helping your child with PA when they hear that rhyming and that repetitiveness, because PA is auditory. Okay. So it's nothing that they're seeing by print. Another fun game that you can play could be what we call clap it out or mystery bag. So, clap it out is you give them a word like um, Mississippi. Okay. And they have to be able to clap out Mississippi. How many claps is that? So that's leading up to syllabication. And then another fun thing to do is to take a bag. I always took like a decorative bag that I had from like the holidays, Christmas or whatever is going on. And I would put something in that special bag. And then I would say to my students, this is something that rhymes with, or you could say, this is something that begins with the sound of, right? And then they have to guess, they look at the size of the bag and they'll guess all the things it could be. And then I'll start to kind of narrow down the category. I might say, and it's a food and it's this. And so they're using those PA skills to try to narrow down what is in the bag. So those are a couple real fun activities to do. So I hope this helped. And if you have any questions, just let us know.